Oh shoot, they're not coming this way. There you can see the end of the motorcade making their way into the White House. They came in on a different route, one that I wasn't able to film, so we got to go over this way. So the U.S. Urban Search and Rescue Team from Arlington, Virginia was mobilized last night, and they were sent to Turkey on military aircraft. These guys are packing as many supplies as they can to rush them to Turkey tonight. So, here we go.
Okay.
Yep, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Burger fries. Okay, so yeah, that was Duke's Grocery, and that was a really good burger. Yeah, really good. We're now down in Pennsylvania Avenue by the White House. I haven't actually walked by the White House in about a week or so. So let's take a look at what's going on over there and then explore. There's the EEOB. And there is a motorcade forming out here already. It's pretty early. What time is it? I don't even know.
Well, it'd be great if they actually.
But the motorcades aren't leaving till like 8 o'clock, something like that. I mean, this press thing doesn't start till 9. So, they're getting overtime. At least some of the police officers get overtime. Not all of them. So there's the Secret Service motor pool. All the vehicles they use for high-ranking staffers and for the first family. Not for the president. Well, it could be the advance teams going up to go secure the Capitol. Maybe we should walk down to the Capitol. It's only 3 miles. Already walked down for my burger. Now we can go walk off the burger. Now the White House called a lid until 4 o'clock, which meant nothing would happen until 4 p.m. Nothing worth filming, no reports, no anything. So most of the press has gone home for the day. Or at least till 4 o'clock. And they'll show up later. Let's see if the Marine's out. No, he's not. So he's not in the Oval Office right now. When there's a Marine present, that means he's there in the Oval Office. And over there's Pebble Beach, where all the press tents are set up. People taking selfies. All right, let's wander about. It's one of the canines. Old puppy.
Stops being able to do what he does. Yeah.
So the cop was just telling some tourists that he gets to take the dog home with him when the dog retires. Well, there's some sort of thing going on over there. Is that a tour group or a protest? Protests usually have signs. Some fire trucks. Let's take a look. Grass is pretty There you go. You guys were asking about these grates once. Those are like communications tunnels, electrical. That says electrical. The other says Secret Service, I think. Communications. There's your White House. And there's the West Wing over there. Let's go out in the park and see what's going on in the park. Oh yeah, that's right, we haven't visited the construction. They're fixing the lodge out here. Let's go take a look at this construction. What do we got? We got camera crews over here. Seems like somebody. We got more motorcycles arriving. They might just be here for the night. Showing up early. There must be a press conference of some sort. Look at all the camera crews that are here. They're all foreign too. Foreign camera crews. Let's check out the park here. Check out this building. See what's going on. Look at all these grackles. Out of the way, birds. I'm coming through. So this is known as the lodge. It was a bathroom, basically. A bathroom and a small office for the Park Service. And it was gutted and burned during the George Floyd protests. But now it looks like they're full on renovating it. get all the burn marks off of it and open it up again. So basically we have a restroom, which I should note they're also going to close the homeless park, which is about 2 blocks from here. Tempted to see who this is, but I don't know how long it could take. So maybe we just wander over to the homeless park, because it's not going to be here very much longer. The government announced they're going to clear it out in about a week, February 15th. So let's go see what's going on there. We'll come back. Yeah, you can tell the Europeans how they're dressed. I was walking by the Norwegian embassy the other day, and this woman came across the street, and I mean, it was like looking at an H&M catalog from Sweden or Finland or Norway. It was not the American H&M. She definitely looked dressed in the the muted blacks and grays, and it was pretty obvious she was going to the embassy. This is St. John's Episcopal Church, Protestant Episcopal. Trump used to go to church here a lot. Whenever he would go to church, he would come here. This is where he did the Bible photo, and all the controversy around that. There's a car on the sidewalk. That's not very good. This next yellow building is Lord Ashburton's house. Lord Ashburton, it became actually the British legation, and it led to the Ashburton-Webster Agreement, which basically hammered out the final delineations between the U.S. and Canada, were argued and sorted out here. This is where Ashburton lived. It's not part of St. John's Church, but it does have a famous place in history where U.S. and the British actually got along. Oh, hey, there's the Capitol webcams. You guys want to see the webcams of the White House webcams? Let me take a picture. Hey, you always ask. There it is, guys. That's the White House webcam and a security cam. There's actually 2 White House webcams side by side. They're not really the nicest. I mean, they're kind of nice, but you can see they are exposed. That's how water gets onto the lens a lot. You get a lot of distortion from there and everything. But that's where they are, on the side of the AFL-CIO building. Take a picture of them too. So here on my left is McPherson Square metro station, and over there is the McPherson Square homeless camp. There are about 60 plus tents, probably well over 100 people there. Those buses that you see there, they're not actual moving buses. Those are hypothermia shelters. The city sends buses out when the weather gets cold, like it will tonight, to help people safe. It's gotten a little sketchy to walk through the park. The social workers who work here have reported a lot of violence, and they cannot administer any care or aid to some of the people in the camp, so they're going to close the camp down apparently. Some sort of police coming. What are those? Oh, it's an undercover police. Oh, it's a motorcycle cop. Probably rushing to the White House to get in a motorcade. But yeah, they're gonna tear this up. There's protest signs saying don't tear it up. But well, this bus is in service. It's not a hypothermia shelter. So once it's closed, they'll put up a big fence, and they're going to resod and put the grass back down and try to get it back into a park condition. They say it'll be closed for a month or 2, that's for sure. Nobody knows what's going to happen to the homeless. Probably get pushed into another park. They come out to try to offer them shelter, but many have told me that the shelters are just not safe. There's drugs and violence and crime in the shelters. They'd actually feel safer out here in the park, which is kind of scary. All right, this is K Street. K Street is where all the lobbyists have their offices, or well, used to have their offices. K Street is synonymous with lobbyists and whatnot, though in reality they've pretty much moved all over the city. In fact, more of them are probably up by the Capitol now. After the Oklahoma City bombing, President Clinton closed off Pennsylvania Avenue to vehicles, and it caused a traffic nightmare. The city was basically cut in two. There was the West End, which is up ahead, and the East End behind me, which was like Chinatown. The East End hadn't developed as much as the West End at the time. But once this road got cut in half, lobbyists from the West End had a hard time getting up to Capitol Hill, so much so that many of them looked at the East End and said, you know, we ought to just move over there and be closer. So the East End of Washington really went through a massive renovation and gentrification, all because they closed a road for security. Oh, this is a strip club, Archibald's. Never been there. They probably have chicken wings. Isn't that what every guy says about a strip club? I only go for the chicken wings. Okay. Let's go down here to 16th Street. This is a really nice hotel, a real posh place. Not where I stay. The Alhambra Hotel. I don't know what chain that is now. But we can walk right down the middle of 16th Street now because it's known as Black Lives Matter Plaza. You see it right there on the street sign. BLM Plaza is now a pedestrian zone. Though, to be honest, there's not a lot of pedestrians. But it does have in big yellow letters, Black Lives Matter. Most people can't even see it. You have to be up in one of the buildings looking down. I could barely make it out from the Lincoln or the Washington Monument when I was up there the other day. I certainly couldn't read it. More police cars honking their horns and such. So let's go back over to that press conference and see who's showing up. Probably some foreign minister from Europe or something. Okay guys, quick subway ride back up into Northwest DC, and now I'm on a scooter making my way back to the apartment to get ready for this evening. Anyway, that loud noise we heard at the White House, those helicopters, those were V-22 Ospreys of HMX-1, the president's fleet, and it is likely, very, very likely and strongly believed that those Ospreys were carrying the designated survivor. The designated survivor is being taken to a secure location in advance of tonight's State of the Union address. We don't know who it is. We have a general idea from the helicopter tracks where they went, but we'll find out later when the White House announces the official designated survivor. That usually comes just before the speech starts. Anyway, I'm going to be live in a bit at the White House motorcade. We'll have a little State of the Union pregame show, yeah? Thanks a lot for watching today. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.